Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this week's transmission. um, let's see. This week we are talking about ah, don't be too nice to life. Don't be too nice to life, or don't be too nice with life, right? Or don't be too nice toward life. So, the universe is not what you think it is. Of course, you know that there's positive energy and there's negative energy that exists on all levels, right? There's a balance. Don't believe people who say, well, I don't really believe in negative energy. That's just, no, it's just how you frame it. It definitely exists, right? Just look at a battery. You see a plus and you see a minus, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it exists because everything has to exist in a balance, right? In a balanced state. So, to see how this works, we need only look at the weather, right? We have constructive elements and aspects of this existence, right? And we have destructive ones, right? So that's the second side of the coin, right? The quote unquote negative energy, which is to say that energy can be used either constructively or destructively. So it's just up to the beholder or the person who's using it. So that's what people mean, I guess, when they say there's no negative energy. I hope. So hurricanes are destructive, right? But rain, helps plants grow, right? We kind of need that. Thank you very much. The wind, right, can be both constructive or destructive, right? It blows turbines. And helps generate power, right? But it also blows the roof. It can blow the roof off your house or something like that. So same with the sun, right? It can be constructive or destructive, right? The sun helps things grow, including kids. Gives them vitamin D. True story. And also, it can scorch too much sun can scorch the earth, right, and cause things not to grow and cause famine and dust bowls and all of that other stuff, right? So that's just a little quick background reminder about positive versus negative energy. Okay, so that being said, you gotta demand what you want, right? That's what the universe wants you to do. It does not want you to just think, oh, positive all the time. Because if you are too quote unquote positive, with the air quotes, then you might get confused and start to think that that's, let's see, energy that's not proactive, right? So you may begin to get too comfortable with, oh, well, I'm just gonna, allow life to give me whatever it wants to give me or whatever it wants to have and, just go from there. No, don't do that. I told you there's positive and negative energy. You are the turbine. You have to harness that, right? So being firm with your goals and your aspirations helps with manifestation, right? It helps with manifestation. We've already talked about how you have to be obsessed with your dreams, right? I talked about that in a previous podcast. You have to be obsessed. That's the same energy, right? That obsession, that sense of commitment, that sense of perseverance, right? Being unshakable, that stubbornness is interpreted by the universe as firmness, right? And that's what helps you to manifest that which you have desired, right? So the universe wants to see that you're serious about your desires, and that's where that comes from. That's the only reason why you have to be obsessed. You have to be crazy about your dreams, right? Is because the universe wants to see that you're serious. It wants you to kind of be persistent, right? So of course the caveat is that you can't. You have to be consistently detached, right? So everything exists in a sense of balance. You don't want to be so attached that you push it away, right? You want something so bad that you push it away because you just are focusing on the fact that you don't have it, the lack, right? But if you're too detached, obviously you ain't manifesting nothing because you haven't asked the universe for anything, right? So that's how that goes. For example, think about relationships, right? Now, I think everybody will be able to relate to this one. a lot of people feel unappreciated, right? In relationships, specifically romantic ones, right? So just think how many times you yourself or you've known somebody, I know you know somebody's done this, who said like, show me, that you appreciate me. Show me how bad you want this to work, right? Or you're like, I'm not gonna answer today because I want them to see, whatever with your guy or whatever, like that I'm valuable, right? I'm an asset, and I want them to pursue me, so to speak, so that they see that, I'm a gem, right? Like every girl in the world has said that at some point in their life. Don't tell me you haven't. I don't believe you. And if you're a guy, you probably did the same thing too, right? Also with the job, right? It's how badly do you want this? And your interviewer may even ask you that, like, how badly do you want this, right? That's all you're doing, smoozing and trying to prove that you really want the job, right? Even once you get the job, in order to get a promotion, right, you have to show how badly you want it, how serious you are, how committed you are. Okay, let's take this on another level. Physically, when you work out, when you're trying to improve your body, right, you have to show your body, you have to move the energy, right, to your liking. You have to show your body and the universe and yourself that you're serious about it. You want it, right? You don't just do one push-up and like, I can't do this. This is crazy. This is for bodybuilders. Well, how did bodybuilders get their start, right? So it's all the same type of thinking, right? Demanding what you want and showing that you're serious about it. Excuse me. So, next thing, don't give the universe an out. Oh man, this is so important. Don't give the universe an out. So again, that's also part of the persistence. You don't want to give the universe an out. You don't want to give life an opportunity to pass you by, because it will, and it has, as we all know. This happens every day, right? So you want to make it so that you cannot be denied, right? Again, just like in real life, right? Fight against discouragement, fight against all of that. Like if your job wants to give you a promotion, or you're due for a promotion or a raise, but they don't want to give it to you, right? What do? You make it so that they can't deny you. If you really want to become, let's say, an actor, a singer, dancer, a performer, something that's, a highly coveted profession, what do? You make it so that they can't deny you. That's how it works, right? It's the same with the universe. It's the same thing. Just because you're not going up against an actual person doesn't mean that those same principles and concepts don't apply, right? Also, never beg. Never, ever, ever, ever beg the universe for anything. Everything that I've manifested, every single thing, has come as a result of my demanding it and then working toward it, of course, and then walking away, right? Demanding it, and it just, because in your act of demanding something, you're showing that you're worthy of it, and you're showing faith, right? You expect no less. Begging, actually, contrary to what a lot of religious leaders will teach you, begging sends vibrations of fear, right? If you beg for something, you're terrified. You beg for mercy, beg for your life. Think about how we use that verb, right? Beg for food, beg for attention. It's negative no matter what you put after it. That is not a connotation that you really want to have, right? The word beg in and of itself, right? It's fear. There's fear attached to the very word. It also perpetuates a lack mentality, right? Again, if you're begging for something, that means already, one, you are aware either on a conscious or a subconscious level that you don't have it, right? And the second aspect of it, right, that's why you're asking for it in the first place. But the second aspect of the word begging is that you don't really think you're going to get it, right? You are lacking. You ask for something that you want, right? Oh, can I have this? Right? That you're not attached to. But if you beg for something, there's a reason behind it, right? You don't have it, you don't think you'll have it, you really need it, right? So it's a completely different emotional shift, right? Just think about begging for a job versus asking for a job, right? Begging for money versus asking for money. That's how it works, right? So you want to be careful. Don't beg for anything. Don't beg. If you beg the universe, it thinks that you think that it won't happen, right? So that's why you have to beg. I have to beg you because I don't think you'll do it otherwise if I just ask once. And so then you're sending that message to yourself that your voice is not valid, right? Your requests aren't valid. Because why do you have to beg for something that you're entitled to, right? You're entitled to greatness. You're entitled to all of your desires, your wildest dreams. So if that's what the universe is here to provide, if only you put the the steps in motion, right? Put the ball in motion and take the appropriate steps, then it's already done, right? It's already done. You don't need to beg for anything. Don't send that vibration out, right? Don't do it. Lastly, confidence is key, right? So after all of this, everything can be summed up by the fact that it's confidence. Just be confident, right? Don't be, don't beg the universe. Don't give it an out, right? Demand what you want, and be confident that it will be delivered unto you, right? Which is just the same thing as faith, right? It's the same thing. Confidence, faith, same thing. All right. That's all I got for today. To my beautiful, beautiful people out there listening, thank you. Have a great week. Love, live, light, laughter. Bye.